Hi guys, so this is the beautiful Ankara print I'm using to replicate the flare spaghetti gown you can see of my thumbnail. Okay, so I have 3 yards here and I'll proceed to folding of the fabric. So I folded the fabric into 2, as you can see the edge of the fold, right? Okay, on fold, I have folded it into 2. I'm going to fold it again into 4 in a triangular way, as you can see. Okay, so I'm just trying to fold it well and ensure that there is no rumple in any way or at any place. Okay, so I have folded it. We'll proceed to imputing our body measurements. Okay guys, so the first thing I'm going to mark out is my bust point. Okay, so I'm just going to place my tape rule on the edge of the fold and then mark out 14 inches. But by this 14 inches I should have around 11 inches afterwards, after joining the points. Okay, right away I'll pick my tape rule and then check what I want. Okay, so the bust I'm actually working with is 36, so all I need is 9 inches. Okay, so I added 2 extra inches to it. That was why I had 11. That is why I have 11 there. Okay, so it's sufficient. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to mark out is, okay, so it's an off shoulder dress, as we know. Okay, so I want it as off as 4 inches. And do you know, from the shoulder to the bust point we do mark 8 inches to form our armhole. Okay, so that's why I came up by 4 inches like that. Okay, so I will have 4 inches off, and then the 4 inches will be for the joining of the armhole. Okay, so I just made a connect of that point like that. Okay, I think I should explain again what I did there. All right, so I first of all mark my bust point. Okay, and then came up by 4 inches because our armhole biceps is always 8 inches. Okay, so I have 4 inches right there, and if I draw it up I will have the 8 inches I needed for my armhole biceps. Okay, so from that point to the first line I have 4 inches, which will be the off part of the dress, and also I have the remaining part 4 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to move from there and then mark my armhole. Okay, so you see what I have there. Okay, so they have like 8 inches. Okay, I want a little plate, a little gather around that place. That's why I have it that wide. If not, I will have marked out like 4 inches to accommodate the hole. Okay, but then I left it like that so that I can have a little pleat, a little gather around the chest line afterwards. So I have joined that edge to the chest line, to the bust point, and then I'm marking out my armhole biceps, as you can see. And so that is what we need for that place. The next thing I'm going to do is mark out the length I needed, and if you check out the picture we have on the thumbnail, you will see that it has a joining at the down part. Okay, so I'm using the same fabric to do the joining, right? So I'm just going to mark out the length I need. Okay, the whole length I need for this dress is 40 inches. So for that down one I will just remove 5 inches from there and then mark out 35 all the way around. Okay, you will ask me why I didn't, that since I'm using the same fabric, why can't I cut the whole length from it? Okay, so I observed that it may not be enough based on the fold. By the time you check this other edge that the picture is not speaking, you will see that what we have exactly there is 35 that I projected, right? So that's why to make it longer, that's why I'm cutting it to join. Do you understand? Okay, so I hope I've not confused you. So I'm making the joining. You will see, okay, this is the edge I'm talking about. I have 35 inches length there afterwards. So I'm just going to mark it out, and then after marking it out I'll pick my scissors and then cut the whole thing out. I hope you understand why I did it this way now. So I'm just going to make a cutout of everything. So guys, after cutting it out, this is how we have it. I'm just going to trim off the excesses I have at the side. I've also gone ahead to cut the joining the joining, the 5-inch joining that I'm going to join to the hem of the main gown. Okay, so in cutting it, I cut it in 6 inches so that by the time we join it to the dress and then hem it will be sufficient. Right there, right here guys, I have gone ahead to cut a facing for the armhole. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what I did and I'm going to place it. I've joined also that one. Okay, the extra 5 inches that I talked about, I've joined it to the dress. Okay, and so this is how I cut out the facing for the armhole. I'm just going to place it this way and then stitch it and then turn it, right? Okay, and also for the upper parts where the rope will be, I've gone ahead to cut a strap that will form the casing for the strap. Okay, so I'm just going to join everything and come back to show you what it looks like. Okay, so guys, after joining the whole dress, this is how we have it, right? So I'm just going to show you what I did over there. Now see the neck. I have joined the 1 inch extra that I cut and then make a cut casing. You can see how neatly sewn the casing is, and this is the armhole parts. You can see how neat the armhole is. I've also joined this side, and what we have next is I've also gone ahead to sew the strap. So like that here, I have like 5 1/4 inch width of the rope and like 50 inches length. Of course, we are not going to consume the whole 15. I just made it so long like that. Okay, so guys, if you have stayed to this time watching this tutorial, is an evidence to me that you got value watching it. Kindly give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friend, make comments and ask questions in case you have any. And peradventure you are a new viewer, you have not subscribed to this channel, don't wait further. Do well to subscribe to this channel and be sure that you will gain more value subscribing. Okay, so I'm just going to insert the whole thing. Like I told you initially that I need some pleats around that area. You can see what we have there is like 16 inches, and of course we don't need up to that, right? We need like 8 inches as the wideness of the neck. Okay, so but we have like 16 inches, so that is why we'll have to gather it around that area. I will also fix it to the back. As you can see what I'm doing, I'm also joining it to the back. Now to get the first strap, okay, I want to show you how I'll go about it. I place my tape rule on it to check out what I have there. The first side of the strap, I have like 4.5 there, which I think is okay for me. I'll pick my pin and then pin it together so that there won't be a shift afterwards, so that I can accurately get the other side of the strap well also. Okay, so I'm just going to pin it as you see me do. Okay, so after pinning it, I will make a little gather of what I said, okay, how I want it to be around that area. Okay, so I'm going to gather it like you see. It's just a little gathering share. Okay, so what I have there, I'm going to check out what I need there is 8 inches. Okay, so I'm going to gather it both at the front and at the back. Now we have come to the strap part of the other area. What I have on the other side, I'm going to mark it out here also, 4.5 inches. So now I'll cut out the excess, right? So I'm just going to cut out the excess I have there first on the front one. Do you see? Okay, so I'm also going to check what I have there, okay, which is 4.5 inches. Okay, so for me to have joining, I will make the back one to be at least 1 inch longer than what I have at the front, so that I can join it this way. Okay, so I think it's too long. I'll pick my scissors and then cut out the excess there. So I left like 1 inch longer than the front one. I'm just going to go to the sewing machine and then fix it to it like this. Okay, so my people, after fixing it, this is the way we have it. Okay, you can see the little gather we have on the chest, both at the front and on the back. You see how beautiful the whole thing came out. Okay, so this is the full picture of it. I'm so loving the fabric. I also love the dress. Guys, go ahead and replicate your own and they have this stylish gown. Okay, so see you in my next tutorial. Thank you for staying true. Bye bye.